Hey guys, Cedric C. Note Buard with Dallas Video Services here, and today I wanted to show you guys how we shot our latest client video. It was super fun, as we were commissioned to shoot a global marketing campaign that would be edited in Paris, France. For this shoot, we used the Sony FX6 with a Ciru 1.6 anamorphic 35mm lens for our A-cam setup. For our B-cam setup, we used the Sony Alpha A7 IV with a Ciru 1.6 anamorphic 70mm lens. And we used the Canon R6 with a Sigma 24 to 70mm lens attached to the DJI Ronin RS2 gimbal for our moving shots. For monitoring, on our A-cam setup, we use the Atomos Ninja 5, which is great for monitoring as well as backup. For B-cam monitoring, we used a Neewer 5-inch monitor, and for our gimbal setup, we used Raven Eye technology connecting to our cell phones and brought a 24-inch monitor for the director to see. For audio, we used the Rode Wireless Go 2 dual-channel microphone system that allowed us to record directly into the camera. We also used a Sennheiser MKH416 shotgun mic into the Zoom H4n for redundant and backup audio. For lighting, we used the ARRI L5 LED Fresnel as the backlight, the Aperture LS600 for the key light, and the Aperture LS200 for the fill light. We also had a soft RGB light to add dramatic flair. We had two phases. The first phase was where we had to capture the president of the company delivering a sentence. This footage would be combined with other executives' footage around the world to create their campaign. Because of this, there were strict requirements to capture the footage. We then had to practice our movements, hence the mannequin, as we were using prime lenses, so there was no autofocus. Due to the limited space in the warehouse, getting the backlight out of the shot was difficult, but we finally got it. They wanted a cinematic look, so we really wanted to use side lighting to create the dramatic tone. To keep a stable moving shot, we used a tripod dolly and a Ravelli tripod for our A-cam setup. Once the talent arrived, we mic'd them up and explained what we were going to shoot and how we were going to shoot it. We also had the warehouse manager play an extra in the background, so we had to practice our action both with the camera movements as well as with the actor's action. We made sure to get multiple takes and even took turns as cameramen until we got it just right. We used a clap slate to help sync audio in post and even got gimbal footage of the same footage so the editors would have lots of choices. Here is how one of the final takes looked.
And action!
Super plasticizers, rheology modifiers, liquid waterproofing membranes, injections.
Phase 2 of our shoot was to capture interviews of 5 employees, so we moved to the conference room and set up our interview shoot. This time, we didn't want the footage to be cinematic per se. We wanted it to be bright and clean. We set up the boom mic for our redundant audio and used the Canon R6 for the A-cam and another Canon R6 on a manual slider for our B-cam setup. We used the RE-L5 LED Fresnel for the backlight, the Aperture LS600 for the key light, and the LED RGB for the fill light. We then used the 24-inch for monitoring for the director. Hope you guys enjoyed this behind the scenes. We had so much fun and the client loved our work. Can't wait to shoot again. Here is a bit of the final version.
My name is Sylvia Wong, and I'm the Senior FP&A Analyst at Creso. I did a CPA for over 20 plus years. I started my career in public accounting as an auditor for one of the big 4 accounting firms. And after transitioning to corporate accounting,